Welcome to 8 Crazy Nights.
Are you ready to play chess with death?
Yeah.
But what does this mean for all of us?
I do not know.
Okay.
I've run out of lines.
No, he just comes in like sitting like this. I was just like, okay, is this what we're doing? So he's like, let's just do it.
Well, I
Let's
felt
start
we
that
should
way.
talk to each other more.
No, it's about them. It's not about us.
Well, maybe it's about both.
Nah. Actually, that's very profound what you just said. Blew my mind. This really was like a Swedish art house film.
Yeah, I'll give you the blow. What the hell are we talking about?
A Crazy Night.
Ew.
Actually, here's the funny thing before I even talk about this movie. The director tweeted our review of it.
Just now.
Just now, right now. No, like last year. And he pretty much wrote this really nice tweet saying, I've sort of come to grips with this movie, and
That's the only way you can deal with this film is to come to grips with it.
he said when it first came out, I really didn't take the criticism well, but now that years have passed and I look back on it, this is actually a really flame review that's come out, and I contacted him and I said,
Here's my question. Do we know if that means he thought it was a good movie and therefore didn't take criticism well, or he knew it was a bad movie and just wasn't taking it well because he's like, I gotta attach this now?
Well, I contacted him and I found out because he's a really nice guy. And I was just sort of saying, like, the thanks for the tweet and the shout out, it's very big of you. And he sent back just this really long, really cool email just talking about,
Let this be my confession.
No, but he talked about, he sort of gave like a brief history in animation that he went through, and he sort of like talked praise about some people and smack about others, and I won't go into detail about who he said was bad, but one of the things he said is that he said Adam Sandler was hands down the nicest person he's ever met in his life. He said he knew everything about everyone that worked on a movie, he asked how their families were doing and stuff like that. Sweetest person in the world, and he said that he thinks he attached some of that likability to the movie, which is very understandable. But he also said, like, there's stuff like with the film that he wanted to keep out, but it tested well. And one of the interesting things is that the worst part, in my opinion, is
Why
the
does
voice.
anybody listen to focus groups?
No, but yeah, here's the interesting thing.
How many people you think
your
go,
point?
How many people you think go into focus groups and then just troll? Like, they're just like, oh, I love this silly voice. The reindeer poop scene was the best.
No, that's what's so funny, is that those two scenes, they said the Whitey voice, everyone hated it, but then when they said, okay, we'll change it, it was like, well, no, don't change it. That's what you're getting from focus groups. And again,
Yeah.
he was talking about he didn't like the shit-eating deer and that stuff, but he's tested well, gotta keep it in. So we're very anti-focus group, if you haven't noticed. But we're not anti-changing things. The Matrix sequels clearly show change some stuff. They're like, no, just go, do whatever you want. And that was a mistake.
I mean, when you think of focus groups, look at the typical YouTube comment section and just apply that to focus groups. It's like, how many people are there just fucking with you?
I think people suddenly given like a position of like authority and power, maybe because they don't get much of it in everyday life, even for something just
Or
like a
deserve
movie.
it.
Yeah, but even something like a movie, it's like, well, I have the power now. I think I'm gonna exercise some of my authority and so on and so forth. And I think they want to get out some of the stress.
I want more reindeer eating shit, please.
No, it's like they want control over something, even if it's just like a movie. Like they can have the power to change something. So it's like they want to change something.
Sir,
even if
do
it's
you
not
really
deserving.
want more reindeer eating shit? No, but I can want it.
That's a good way of putting it. But he also liked the review because we did really glorify the animation aspect, which the animation
Which is the best
is
damn thing about the movie. If it
beautiful.
weren't for that animation, it may be the worst thing we've ever seen. Reviewing it, like,
I don't know if I quite go that far. I would say maybe top 10.
I don't
Maybe
know.
that's
like,
kind of a big maybe.
honestly, okay, let's pretend that for some reason the animation was really ugly.
Okay, but it
Could
wasn't.
you not
It
see?
was
No.
there.
But I said if it weren't for the animation. Did you hear my words?
Okay, keep going.
If it weren't for the animation, I think this would be Garbage Pail Kids bad. Like, I'm sorry. It just was so insufferable to get through. That stupid Whitey voice. Oh, my God.
That was one of the hardest things. No, the fact that we're supposed to feel for that character, he's written like this compassionate character. I mean, and that's the worst thing about it, is that if you really want it to be like this dark, messed up, bad taste holiday comedy, fine, but don't suddenly try to throw in a heart and be like, this was our plan. Isn't it clever the way we did this? No, you're not talented enough to do that. Or no, actually, I take it back. Adam Sandler is. He can have us feel for him in some movies while also doing some bad taste, stupid jokes.
But he needs a good script.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he, helps create it and write it and stuff, but it's like, yeah, he can do it. I don't know what it is that, that pushes him to not do it, or to have this bad balance that never seems to work out.
Maybe it's the Rob Schneider influence.
Maybe.
Maybe he's like the devil whispering in his ear. No, you need the reindeer eating shit. I know about the 3 seashells.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I've seen Adam Sandler do good stuff. This director has done really great stuff. He even worked on Family Guy, worked on the Looney Tunes show. He was even saying like he was offered some of these like live action films, but he's like, no, I don't want. I want it to be good. I want it to be as good as possible. And I think maybe there is something like when going into a movie and you're just sort of told, hey, we're going to make this beautiful looking, Hanukkah film, which you don't see. There's so few films about Hanukkah.
Well, we won't anymore.
Yeah. But sort of this idea of, hey, I want this to look gorgeous and beautiful, and it's an Adam Sandler film. Adam Sandler is big money. It's like, it'd be hard to turn this down.
The best review I ever read was somebody argued that the damage it does to Hanukkah probably means this is an anti-Semitic movie. I was just like, yeah, you could probably make an argument.
But I think there's some film. It's like a film on its own is really tough to like. Is this working? Is this not? And because it is such a big project, it takes so much time. Now throw animation on that, where it's just like you can't even have not just the voice delivery. You need like the movement of the hand to move exactly this way in order for it to be funny. You had to convey that to animators.
Depressing to me than when animation fails, because you're just like,
especially hand-drawn.
So many dead trees lost, so many hours of drawing these things. I'm just like, can you imagine the animators just being like, yeah, what'd you do? It's like, I animated reindeer eating shit. Like, it's just like so much work thrown into it.
But it was beautifully animated reindeer eating shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, and that's the tragedy of it. It's like all of that work thrown into it, and it's, Adam Sandler doing a silly voice and reindeer eating shit. Like,
I do wonder if this film had maybe I want to say Powerpuff Girl style animation or something, would it make it any better? Would the humor work any better? I lean towards no.
I lean towards yes.
You think so?
I think part of the problem is it was such pretty animation and so much kind of a Disney style of doing things and realistic looking,
which I'm sure they thought that would work. Like this crude humor with beautiful Disney style animation, like that contrast would work.
Yeah, but it did the opposite, because it made it just awkward and uncomfortable to view. Like, it may have been better if it had like a Powerpuff Girls style animation or something more like Ren and Stimpy, where it was really over the top, zany, fast, just in your face, and about getting as many laughs as possible as quick as possible. I think that actually would have made it better. Now, I wouldn't save the movie.
No, that's what I was saying. Would it have saved the film?
No, I wouldn't have saved it, but I mean, I think it would have been better and I think it would have been a little less insufferable.
Mm-hmm. At least it's like, man, this is so crazy and out there, it's like hard to even get a grasp on it. It's so strange.
You may have been able to ride the surreality of it had the animation been crazier. But when it's that realistic and that pretty, I'm just like, it's just weird and mean-spirited, but not in a ha-ha, this is really mean-spirited way. Just, wow, fuck is wrong with you kind of mean-spirited
I think
way.
when they try to have us actually care for the characters, one you give a terrible voice to, but he's supposed to be the heart of the film, and then another who's supposed to be like a delinquent who, finds the true meaning of, family and caring for people and stuff like that. But you throw it in this film that is just so mean-spirited. I think to myself that this contrast of the pretty animation and the mean-spiritedness would have worked better if they actually just totally cut out the heart. If they did it like those early Family Guy episodes where an episode would end with, well, Peter, I hope you learned a valuable lesson. He just goes, nope. And
Yeah,
it's like, if it had that kind of feeling to it.
Yeah, I don't mind a dark comedy. In fact, normally the darker the better. It wasn't funny.
Yeah,
If you're going to do a dark
funny.
comedy, it's got to be funny.
It wasn't funny, and the heart element, did not match the mean-spiritedness of the rest. It did not balance it out.
Just that voice. I just even think, I get, post-traumatic stress disorder thinking about that voice.
Actually, the funny
It,
thing...
haunts me. I wake up sometimes, from a nightmare, and I hear that voice, and it's just, it haunts me, like a flashback. like, I'm there, I'm watching it again now. Oh, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. Okay. Oh, thank God.
Actually, I think he'd be okay with me saying this, but one of the things the director said is, you thought the Whitey voice was annoying. You should have seen the takes we didn't use.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
He said that was actually toned down based on the focus group, because originally it was even more annoying and more loud.
And it is important to bring up that distinction when he was talking about what a nice guy Adam Sandler is, because, there are times where it's the comedians you hate the most are the nicest guys. I've heard similar things about Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah,
he'll give you the shirt off your back, and he's always there for you, and he's the nicest guy. And, there are some comedians who play nice guys and are total dicks. So when we do reviews like this, you have to separate, when we're talking about a performance, we're talking about a performance, not the person themselves.
And I think there's something, I think that's something he kind of too, is that I did want to bring up in there, because it's when I hear there's really nice people, I think it is important to at least sort of acknowledge that and Adam Sandler can be funny and he can be heartfelt. I think it's important to acknowledge, no, look, this can happen and has happened and should be looked at and acknowledged, but it's just
Adam
not here.
Sandler seems like the kind of guy that if I were at a bar and sat next to him, I could just start, chatting with him, drink a couple beers. Seems like a nice guy, but the characters he plays, he literally has made a career of mostly playing jagoffs. Total fucking jagoffs.
Well, but they're not even really characters, but they're voices, Yeah. And that's sort of what bothers me, too, is that they're not very well defined. Like I said, with the exception of, one or two. Because, like I said, he can do drama, but it just rarely
this
works.
one, you know what? I'm just grateful for Hotel Transylvania, because I'm oh, okay, he can do good voice acting. Because, this film just, oh my God. One of probably the most insufferable performances, I'm not saying Adam Sandler is bad, but one of the most insufferable performances I've ever had to sit through in an animated film or any film. Any film.
And what's so ironic is Whitey's sister, right? I think it was the sister. That was Adam Sandler too. If you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't be able to guess. He does that voice really well. He can do voices, and he can do it
capable,
fine.
But I don't know. I don't know what got him started on. Well, Jesus Christ, his work on the late '90s and all of his stuff on CD. They were always funny voices. No, they're gonna laugh at you. And I guess somewhere it started, and I
could ride this forever.
Had I known early on. Had we all known early on that it was going to send him the message to do nothing but this?
Yeah.
I think we all should have reconsidered buying those CDs and being oh, this guy's hilarious.
I was a young, dumb 90s teen. I liked, I love that they're all gonna laugh at you sketch. When I was but
I did too.
I know it's not good.
But now, 15, 20 years later, we're just oh, had we known, we wouldn't have...
But
we wouldn't have encouraged that. We would have been no, you can do more.
And again, we found out he can. What hurts me the most, honestly, more than him doing a bad comedy, is when he does a bad drama, because it's shit, I know this guy can do good drama. He just picked, whatever, a bad film or a bad director or a bad script or something. And it's but I'm sure he's fine. It's just but crap. Because I love to see him do more serious stuff or more different kinds of comedy.
I liked Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, I love that. The last third
could have used more silly voices, but
the last third of Click is heavily dramatic and actually kind of rips your heart out. That it's kind of crap. I wish the rest of the movie was like this instead of just the dumb fart jokes and him going, oh, I'm the Hulk. Woo! It's the last third.
How did that go again?
Oh, I'm the Hulk. Woo!
You know what? I think you can make a career out of it.
Maybe. Who says I don't? So yeah, it's one of those things where it's oh, I see all this talent in one place and it's not being utilized. I'll never quite figure out why. I think it's kind of what you said. I think he sort of thinks you know, the kind of funny voice you do in a bar and get a lot of people laughing when you're just in a silly mood. It has its place, but it can wear very quickly, and
it's like you got really... this small cabal of fans and decided, I have to do nothing but please these people only. And give Rob Schneider work for reasons that I cannot... Yeah, I can't...
You just can't.
No, I just can't. Like, I'm not willing to forgive Adam Sandler for that. I'll forgive him, even this movie I'll forgive him, but I won't forgive him for that.
So yeah, it's definitely one of those films where it's beautiful to look at, and I think you sort of argue that's what makes it even harder to watch, is that you're seeing such wasted potential.
That's what was torturing me when I was watching it. I'm just like, all of this work, all of this great animation. I mean, I'm not lying. If you hit the mute button, it's a gorgeous film to
I think that's what
at.
I say in there.
Yeah, you should. I told you that. I'm like, here, Doug, watch this, and we muted it for about 15 seconds, and we're like, ooh, this is just a really pretty movie. That's like, maybe we can make up our own plot, like it's a silent film. Like, so if you do that, it's not that bad. Like, it's really gorgeous to watch, but man, turn the sound on.
Whitey, whoa! You care for me!
Okay, just stop. I'll fucking end you. Just stop. I'm not lying. That voice just, oh.
Well, one of the parts that, like, people are very split on in the review is the really long phone call I give, quote-unquote, Adam Sandler, which is you doing a great impression of him. And some people are like, oh my god, that felt so good to, like, just go full force. And other people are like, oh my god, that went way too long. I understand both. That was just, that was our own bit of therapy. Like, no, I gotta let this out, because we had to listen to an hour and a half of this god-awful voice. And
sometimes you need the catharsis.
Yeah, let it out.
No, sometimes you fucking need that.
But again, we tried to show Adam Sandler in a good light there. It's like, okay, you're going a little far there.
I thought it made it funnier because of that. Like, instead of doing the silly voice.
So,
but, yeah,
not too much else to come around on this. Just like, it's
probably my top 10 of the most insufferable films.
It might be top 10 for me. Yeah,
at least for the NC. Like,
yeah, it was pretty hard to get through. But like I said, the gorgeous animation really does, you know, it does stop me from putting it like whatever top 5 or something like that, because it really is beautiful, and you can see the hard work that went into it. And even Adam Sandler, I'm sure, is a hard worker. He seems like a guy that would be a really, really hard worker. I don't get why still going in this direction. I hope Pixels is good. Please just have that be like, you know, have it be a good movie, have like Adam Sandler be genuinely funny in it, and then it's like, oh god, like maybe I should do more of this stuff. And it's like, yes, please, be.
I mean, they're ripping off Futurama. That's a good thing to rip off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is pretty much that, isn't it? Yeah, that's about it. I hope to see better work from these talented people. Well, we have seen better work from both of them. I hope there's more better work from.
We got Hotel Transylvania too.
Yes, very excited for that. I hope that takes off. I hope he's just like, maybe I should keep doing this. Maybe I should keep doing this. The director's gone on to wonderful stuff. Definitely check out. He's done a lot of TV and such, so definitely great work. And yeah, hopefully just more good stuff keeps coming out of these really talented people. So we'll see you next time. Take care.